Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by John Phillips, the head football coach at Bedford High School. How's it going?
Very good. Very good.
All right. So, how was the summer for you guys? And of course, what has it been like?
Well, as a matter of fact, today we finished up a summer lifting. Um, it's been a really productive summer. Real pleased with where we were how we progressed from the beginning of the summer to the end. Here we had some really good 7-on-7 competitions. So I'm real glad to see the growth that we had with our kids.
Okay, so now let's talk about some of the returners and some
Sure.
of the players to watch for your team. Let's start with the offense, then we'll go to the defense, and then the special teams.
Okay. Well, we've got both quarterbacks that played for us last year are returning. Drew Logsdon is our senior quarterback. He got hurt game 3 last year. Was pretty productive for us up until he got injured. And then we had a sophomore who's going to be junior this year, named Isaac Henman, who's coming in, and he's really pushed Drew all throughout the summer. So we're pretty excited about that. Um, we have to replace some running backs, but we've got a lot of speed coming back. So we're pretty excited there. And our offensive line is fairly experienced as well. We've got three all league players that are up front on the offense.
All right, let's talk about the defense now.
Okay. Defensively, we've got a lot better as far as our linebacker core. Last year we had a very young linebacker core. Most of our starters that were linebackers last year are returning for us. So we're pretty excited about that. They've had a really good, productive year, like I said, over the summer with their play in 7-on-7 competition. So I'm really excited about that. Lucas Gerber is returning as an outside linebacker. Cole Johnson is our Mike linebacker. Up front on the defensive line, we've got some returning starters as well, like Chase Norbury and Josh Makalinsky. And then in the back, we've got a young man that stepped up for us towards the end of the year, Blake Rickner. So we're pretty excited about the defense returning as well.
All right. Special teams.
Special teams, well, we don't have we have a kicker, Jack Decker. He's got a heck of a leg. He's a great young man, a heck of a baseball player as well. But as far as the rest of the special teams, we're just excited to get him out there and play.
Okay. Okay, so now I know we've gotten a chance to talk about the kids now. Of course, let's talk about the upcoming schedule for you guys, and
Sure.
it's a pretty good one. So I'll just run through this real quick. Of course, August 30th, we'll be home against Canton.
Right.
September 6th at Ann Arbor Skyline. September 13th, home against Dexter. September 20th, home against Pioneer. September 27th at Ypsi Lincoln. October 4th at Saline. October 10th at Ann Arbor Huron. October 18th, home against Monroe. And then finishing out the regular season, October 25th at St. Francis de Sales. So a pretty good schedule. The SEC. The red is always going to be a really tough division, especially with Saline and Dexter and all those teams. What's it going to be like? What is the division going to be like, and what is the schedule overall like as when we get going?
I think our schedule overall, I kind of like our schedule, the way we kind of roll into it. We've got some of our tougher games later on. We've got an early test with Dexter for sure. But there's been a lot of coaching changes in the SEC. So there's going to be some new stuff that we're going to see. We're just looking forward to, we just know we got to compete. One thing that we learned last year, was that if we let down, anybody can jump up in the SEC red and take away a game from you. So we're going to have to stay up on our toes throughout the entire season.
Absolutely. And of course, starting off with Canton, of course, you talk about new coaches, and they have one as well.
Right.
What's that going to be like that first game? Of course, matching up with the KLAA West opponent.
Sure. They were when they came to our house, or when we played them last year. They were big, they were tough, they were physical. Um, you know, we've kind of put in our heads this year that we need to be just as big and tough and physical. We know it's going to be a tough game, especially coming off the first, coming right out of the chute like that. So we have to be prepared mentally and physically. And I think we did a good job this summer getting ourselves there.
Absolutely. All right. So, of course, the what is practice going to look like, for the next few weeks, and kind of take us through what, um, you know, talk about what's it going to be like heading in on the 12th.
Well, we're a little bit different in that we don't have a lot of coaches that are in our building, so we're afternoon practices. A lot of people, it'd be nice to get up first thing in the morning, get it done, and get and have that. But we have to go in the evenings. So you're talking about 4 hours every evening, where our kids are just pounding away. Um, we keep everybody together 9 through 12 because with the new fifth quarter rules, you never know who's going to develop and be able to play. So it's going to be a busy couple weeks. I always tell my coaches, get ready because when Monday hits, you're just not going to be able to breathe. It's going to be constant work, 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 work.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season for sure.
Sure.
All right, John Phillips, the head football coach at Temperance Bedford. Thank you so much for the time, and best of luck to the Kicking Mules this coming season.
Thanks a lot. Go Mules.